Okay, so we're recording. It is Sunday, October 16th, and this is our team call. So first, before I kind of get into the meat of what the call is about, like the Beachbody experience, Abby and I were kind of just going over what the rest of the month was. And, everybody, obviously we put the team calendar out and you're welcome to follow that schedule or, do your own thing. But, we continue to follow it. But something that I brought up to Abby that wasn't on the calendar that I'm going to do personally, and I just wanted to kind of put it out team-wide. I think it's a good thing for all of us, but I think it's a good thing to offer to all of our customers too. But I wanted to do like a team-wide 3-day refresh at the end of the month, like right after Halloween. So if we all ordered it like right at Halloween and had it like that week before, because our November challenge group prep week starts the 7th, November 7th. Hi, Angela. So that starts the 7th. So then that's prep week. And we could be doing that as a team prep week and then kind of have those results to show because it's only 3 days, just like coming off the detox of that. So we'll have those results to show. And then we can also tell people like we're in the middle of this. We could be talking about it as we're talking to people. So it's also kind of a great way to get people either post like to detox after Halloween, even if that's all they wanted to do was a 3-day refresh, or add it on and do a Kickstart challenge pack where they're doing that with us during prep week. And then they'll just roll right into the challenge group and day one will be the next week. So it will be a separate group because just in case there are people who sign up and just want to do a 3-day refresh and didn't really buy a challenge pack Kickstart and don't have that, we were kind of tossing it back and forth, like, do we make it just part of the challenge group? But I think just because people will not all purchase a Kickstart and some people might just want to do a 3-day refresh. And if it just ends up being our team and no one gets any customers to do it, we just need a separate group for that anyways, So tell your coaches the same thing. I just think it's, especially to say like our team did it together. This is what we accomplished in 3 days, like between X number of us, we lost X amount of pounds in 3 days. It's just a really big, and I know personally, it'll be good for me. I haven't done it since like April, I think. And I need to do it again anyways. So I personally plan on doing it again after Thanksgiving and then right before after Christmas. So Angela, if you're just coming on and you missed it, we're doing, I was just telling Katie that Abby and I are going to host like a team-wide 3-day refresh.
Okay.
At the end of the month. So we'll put like a deadline to order just so that we all have it by November 7th. And then we can do it that week, which is prep week. So we'll kind of put that out into the team page so that everybody, whoever's going to be in, knows when they need to order it. And, ordering it with your coach discount, I think it comes out to be like total $40 or something like that for like the 3 days because you don't need the Shakeology or anything with it. So it's really good too. If you have discount coaches, they get the same discount, so they can get a quick win. If you have someone who's plateauing and maybe they're just drinking Shakeology right now, they haven't really been engaged in a group, like it's a really quick win. The first time I did the 3-day refresh, I lost 3 pounds in 5 days. 3 days, 5 pounds in 3 days backwards. And that's pretty typical. You can lose, I would say 3 to 5 pounds. I know people have lost like 7 pounds in the 30 days, but of course it just depends on the person, but it's really easy laid out. Like Katie, you did it before, right? So, it really gets people in the meal prep mindset anyways, and it tells you everything. You eat food all 3 days. You're not starving yourself. It's not like a liquid diet or anything. So anyways, we're going to do that. That wasn't on calendar, so we're putting that on, and then I'll just spread the details out so anybody who wants to join it can do that. Make sure you tell. And then you can also tell your customers, we're doing this team-wide. Put it out there on Facebook. If you want to do this with us, you're more than welcome. It's not just our team is doing it, but you're welcome to do it with our team. And it's only going to be a little 1-week group. We're going to all be in there together, do our 3-day refresh, share results, and then we're going to move on to our challenge group. So with that, rolling into that, on this November 7th will be the next challenge group. So Katie, I don't know if you had anyone to add that, or if you had another challenge group, but Abby and I are starting our challenge group tomorrow. I wasn't sure if you were going to do that, but
I might do like the clone ghost group type thing, because I haven't done that in a while, and it holds me more responsible, if that makes sense.
When you do it?
Yeah, like if I do a clone group, how I've done in the past, where I'm in that group, and so then I just kind of keep my people so that I make sure I interact with them.
For sure. So we're doing that tomorrow, and we're actually doing it on the Challenge Tracker app.
Oh, you're not doing it on Facebook?
We're going to do it on the Challenge Tracker. Yeah, I think that especially next month, November, there's, we haven't really talked about it a ton because we haven't got a ton of information, but just throw this out real quick. Team Spirit is this huge thing that Beachbody's doing, and it's almost kind of like another Team Cup, but not as like restrictive. In order to form a Team Spirit group, you have to have at least 20 coaches sign up on your team. So where Team Cup was 5 coaches, you have to have a minimum of 20 coaches signing up on one team. So it can be unlimited. We could have 150 coaches on our team, but we have to have a minimum of 20. And then it's all based on successful points. And like I said, I haven't looked at the FAQ yet, so I didn't really want to dive into it tonight. But as Abby and I kind of look through it and see what the info is, and if we even have enough coaches on our team collectively who are active and want to work, because winning or even getting any kind of recognition or anything, you have to be earning success club points. I mean, it's based on success club points and like most spirited team. It's like a fun kind of thing that they're doing, more than I guess Team Cup is really like the go, go, go. So that's coming up, but going into the 7th, and the whole reason I brought that up is because you have to have your groups on the Challenge Tracker app together as your Team Cup team has to be on the Challenge Tracker app. So if we're going to do that, we might as well be heading that direction anyways. So that's what we decided we're doing our group on. And then you're logged, you could log into the group anyways and just copy whatever we have. So our next group that we're doing on the 7th is the theme is going to be, so we're launching Quarter Force. It's going to be like a Quarter Force launch group, right? That's what's going on November 7th. Abby and I are going to, again, do that one together. And that one is going to be, the theme with the Quarter Force is going to be like baby steps. I keep getting this. I'm hearing it a lot. And so I'm taking the signs and I'm like, I got it. Okay, I got it. I'm going to do it. I've heard it in random different places, but if you guys watched the Dream Team call last week where Joel was on, Melanie had him on last Monday, and he answered, I was telling you guys, it's good to be on those things live because they answer a lot of questions, but Joel was on there and he said they could not have made this program more simple for anyone to do. So yeah, it looks like it's hard moves, but it's not. If you did the free trial, you saw it wasn't any harder than any other programs. Like there were some jabbing moves and, but the way that they broke it down is very similar to Country Heat. So before each like moving one, like, cause there's different, like there's core focused routines and then there's like those jabby routines. Before those like jabby fighter routines, they have a move breakdown like they did in Country Heat. So if you did the free one, then you saw that they had a move breakdown. That's how it's the same thing. So if people did Country Heat, it's very, they broke it down very simply. Anybody could get it. There's a modifier that's, pretty overweight. Like they could totally get it. Like you don't have to be in perfect shape to do this. The moves are not hard. It focuses a lot on like core and, strength and conditioning. And it's not, it really, truly the way, just listening to him explain it, they broke it down. So even in the nutrition part, they wanted to make it, him and Jericho, he was just saying like when they created this whole program, they just wanted to completely simplify it. So the nutrition is based off of the 21-day fix. Similar, you calculate your calories, you figure out which bracket you're in, but it's a sliding scale also. So in between, how like 21-day fix is like you're in this one or this one or this one or this one. There's like 200, I think he said, or 300 calorie each way sliding. So someone could like, I would say probably like the breastfeeding moms who like need to be, maybe they're over here, like they could still fall in this category, but they have like 200 or 300 that would maybe take them over to this one, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. You know what I mean? So they did that, which makes it easy. So people aren't like feeling like they're restricted into these specific like brackets of calories, and then they also took away the containers. So the base kit doesn't come with containers. It's still color coded and it still says, but they actually put the measurements in each one. So the measurement tells you, so they made it so any person off the street could go buy this. They don't have to worry about having containers, or they lost their container. What does this equal? Or Google it. What does the purple mean? And how much food is in the red one? Like, how much protein is that? I'm not sure off the top of my head. Like, they broke it down. So protein is 1 cup or 3/4 of a cup. It's on there. The purple is fruits and it equals 1 cup. You know what I mean? Like, it's all on there so anyone can pull. He's like, what does everyone have? They all have measuring cups. Everyone has measuring cups. No one has an excuse. They can't say, oh, well, I can't do it this time because I lost my cups, or my kids threw my cups away, or my kids played with my cups and I can't do it. Like, everyone has measuring cups. Anybody can do it. So it's really like they oversimplified it so that anyone can do it. So I heard that, right? And then I'm on these other calls with other coaches, like in our mastermind groups and stuff like that. And just hearing how all these other coaches are running their groups. I had a coach who was saying that, we just kind of all share what we do in our groups. And she was saying that in her challenge groups, she just takes it completely slow with her challengers. Wherever they're at, she lets them be, like, she celebrates every single thing with them. So it's not this like, well, they didn't follow it, and so too bad they didn't lose the weight. And they kind of like, we let a lot of those people off the radar. They kind of fall in between the cracks because they didn't follow the program. They kind of fell off. They go, we try to catch them after the fact. And I know for me, I'm guilty of this because I'm the person, I am just innately the person who I'm like, okay, I'm committing to this. I'm doing this. I'm going to see it through, and I just go for it, right? But I'm not a baby steps kind of person. I don't walk people necessarily through. I'll give people the direction. I'm like, this is what you do. This is what you do. This is what you do. Here's a meal plan. Here's all the recipes. It's like, I make it very easy for people, but some people need it even easier than that. Some people they'll buy a challenge pack and they're mentally saying, yeah, I'm going to do this. But then it comes and they're like, whoa, right? And so I think if we just said, okay, you know what? Just start with drinking your water this week. Just drink your water this week. Get your amount of water that you need. Okay, great. Week 1, you accomplished that. You got your 100 ounces of water in. You're a rock star, right? And then week 2, okay, let's just see if we can focus on your nutrition this week. Don't worry about the workouts. Don't worry about, making sure that you're getting all your workouts in or working out. Don't feel guilty about that. Let's just focus. Now you got your water down. That's a part of your routine. Let's get your nutrition down, or the workouts, whatever their focus is and whatever they feel they can be strong in. Encourage that, but don't make them feel like it has to all be done in this 21 days and these are all the things that you have to do, because I think that is overwhelming. And I'm just reflecting back on how I could have done better and served my clients better. I could have been better in that way, and just acknowledging what is too much for some people, even though it's like, yeah, I could go ahead and say, well, you committed to this and you paid this money. Like, yeah, they did. But I'm telling you, like, a lot of people are not like me or you guys, because you guys are very strong too, where you're like, I'm committing to this. I'm doing this. I'm going to go for it. Most people aren't driven like us. Most people are like doing the whoa thing, like put on the brakes, even though they spent the money, they're still putting on the brakes and it's still hard. So, I think taking it in the baby steps, celebrating every single victory that they have, whether it's just that they showed up that day and posted and said, hey, I'm here. Those are big milestones for some people who've never been in an accountability group before, who've never participated in something like this before. So, it's seriously, like, for me, it's even like dialing it back and like dumbing it down, because for me, it's hard. My brain doesn't function in that capacity. I'm just very like, here's what you need to do, and here's go do it. And then if people don't, I focus on the ones who are, and then the ones who aren't fall in the cracks. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of coaches do that. So, and Abby and I, the reason why we're doing this group this way is because she's the same. She's the same as I am. We're very, again, motivated, driven, tell us what to do, we're going to do it. And I know you guys are the same. A lot of coaches on our team are the same, because our tribe is the same. So it's, I think it's beneficial to do it this way. That's how we're doing it. You're welcome to do it that way and join this group with us if you want. I'm just seeing that that's a big trend in what's working for other coaches is to, just take it down a notch, dial it back a little, allow people in their journey at whatever, and not to say that I don't, but I think that I personally as a coach haven't been as wide ranged. You know, I tend to focus on the ones who are going for it and are super successful, and the ones who are, you know, the tortoises back there. I'm running the race with the hares and I'm forgetting about the tortoises. So that's going to be our baby steps group. It's not going to be any different other than we're just really going to make sure that we're focusing and acknowledging and really giving like props to everybody that's doing anything.
Is it only going to be 4-day course?
I'm sorry, what?
Is it only going to be 4-day course?
The 7th is what, I don't know. I mean, that's what I'm pushing for quarter force, but if there are other people in there, I'm sure there's going to be. I don't have a boatload of interest. I mean, I have some people who are, but I don't have anyone saying like, but again, I haven't really been pushing it a lot because I want to wait until I get to my successful point before I start pushing something that isn't even here for them to buy yet. I don't want to have anyone waiting, you know what I mean, for something that's like, and then it's come 2 weeks from now and they're like, never mind, and I don't have my successful points yet. Like, I'm waiting on that. So I'm probably going to say it's going to be an everybody group, like whoever.
But it'll focus, of course.
No, it's going to focus. I mean, I would say there's definitely going to be probably some quarter force people in there. Mm. But the whole premise of the group is going to be quarter force. I mean, baby steps. That's just what I'm going forward in all of the groups. But even being able to market it that way, saying we're dialing it back, we're taking baby steps. Who needs help in just taking a small step forward? Because I think that's what people need. And I think when you can talk to people in that capacity and say, hey, yeah, you're going to commit to 21 days, but if it takes you 76 days to lose the first 5 pounds or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, we're still going to just work through baby steps with you. We're going to get you, you know, in these habits that will get you to your goal eventually, because it's going to happen faster than people think once they're in that, you know, once they get some patterns. I mean, we see it, we've all seen it. It's all happened to all of us, right? And our clients, we've seen that happen before too. So I just think that a lot of people need that and need to know that that's the kind of support that we offer, because it kind of saying 21-day fix, it does sound quick fixy. It sounds like they have to hurry up and do it, you know? So, and some, like I said, some people are for that. Some people are driven like us and will just do it. But I think there's the vast majority of the population is not like that. So that's that, just to give you guys that. And then going on to, do you guys have any questions or need anything in that? No, very good. Hello.
Hi. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Are you the only one on?
No. Can you not see?
No, I can just see you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Katie's here and Angela's here.
Oh, cool. Hey, guys. My flight is delayed by an hour, which is just awesome. So I just got through security and figured I'd just jump on a few minutes late.
Wait, what state are you going to?
I'm flying to Idaho, but there's been a really bad storm in Oregon, so everything's kind of delayed because of the weather.
Yeah. Can you guys see her? Yeah.
Weird. Maybe it's just on my phone. I don't know. That's okay. I'll just.
So I just finished with the updates, and then we're getting into the whole Beachbody experience. So that is something else that Abby heard a lot of when she was in her retreat with Melanie and Justin. And same thing again when I'm in all these calls. It's just really we can both see that that's what corporate is really trying to like blanket over everything. And I think that's why the baby steps group is really fitting for this whole thing, because you know, what is the Beachbody experience and what does that mean? And you know, we're going to give you guys some examples of that, but truly what the company wants everyone to have is to feel like we are giving them a place to succeed, right? And whatever success means to them in that moment, like I was saying, like even if it's just them being able to commit to drinking their water for the week, or if it's losing the 5 pounds, whatever success means to them, we're giving them a safe place and a safe environment to not only reach those goals, but to have a really great experience in it. So to have fun and you know, how we try to grow a team culture, we're going to grow our challenge group cultures so that our challengers know that these are things that they should expect when they come into this, right? When they come into this, they should expect to have a really good time. They should expect to get results in whatever capacity that they're committed to getting results, you know, whatever that they set out. Abby, do you have anything that you wanted to add to that with what they were saying, Justin?
No, hopefully you guys can hear me. There's like some lovely live music going on, so hopefully it's not too loud. No, I think the same thing. And just they kept saying over and over again at that retreat that it's not, and so it's regular, like it's not about the cards, it's not about the rank. It's really about helping people live healthy and fulfilling life. And like what you said, whatever that goal is for them. And when you can, I think when you focus on the right things start to fall into place. And when you push for, which is hard for me to do because I'm really goal oriented, when you push for like rank or recognition, things don't always fall in where they should. And it's almost like when you get your head in the right place and your focus is on serving others first, which we're preaching to the choir here. Like we're not saying that you guys are doing this, but I think it just helps your business grow.
So with what, like, that's what it means, right? So now we have to know, how do we do that? You know, how have we not been doing that, and how can we improve upon that if we have been doing that? How can we do it better so that we are giving the best experience and they're getting a Beachbody experience where, you know, our clients are going out and they're saying, you know, when they say these very specific things, like I have this amazing challenge group and, you know, I'm getting all this support, like people will equate that to Beachbody. Like it will be this thing that they're saying, like, I'm doing this thing, and people want to do it with them. They know that that's where it's coming from, and they're going to want to do it too. So I think a lot of, you know, we can do a lot of things differently and incorporate other things that will be helpful. Something that Abby and I were talking about, and, you know, you guys might do it already, but I know I definitely don't do it enough, is shouting out your customers' wins, whatever the win is. It doesn't have to be a weight loss win. It can be any kind of non-scale victory. Again, if they're even just showing up to the group every day and say, even if they're coming just to complain and say, I didn't eat, I didn't do this, I didn't do my workout, what kind of positive spin can you put on that? And just share on your page and tag them and say, hey, you know what, I'm so proud of, you know, Mary. She's shown up to the group every single day this week. You don't have to say what she said. You don't have to say that she wasn't, you know, she didn't succeed that week in the way she thought she was going to, but she showed up every single day, right? That's a positive thing. That's going to make her feel really good. And it's going to, what you're really doing in essence is shouting yourself out as a coach, right? You're saying, I'm helping this person show up to a group every single day. I'm helping someone do something different that they don't normally do every single day. So that's a big one. And that's something that you can do within your challenge groups, and then just take that exact same thing and then post it to your personal page. You might have to change it up a little bit. Like I had someone, I think you saw Katie today, a challenger who posted in like one of our old challenge groups that she's lost like 20 pounds in the last 2 months. And I was just like, how rad is that? Just from doing Country Heat and she's drinking her Shakeology and all that stuff. So I, you know, saved her picture and screenshotted it, and we have I run just one big Fit Family group, and so I posted it in there and said, hey, everybody give her a big shout out. She's lost 20 pounds and 10 inches in the last 2 months, like doing Country Heat, drinking her Shakeology. So I shouted her out there, and then I'm going to post it on my personal page tomorrow, you know. So you really, you're not doing anything extra, but you're making someone feel really good about those accomplishments. If she didn't want people to know, she wouldn't have posted it, but she was like shouting it out already. So I put it in our bigger forum, and then now I'm going to put it out in the public, you know. So that is like a big one that I think if you just look to every person, every challenger, every client that you have, look for something good that they're doing that you can give them props on, because that will go way beyond and last longer, and they'll remember those things and they'll feel really good, like building them up. Like I'm going to challenge myself this week to at least do that twice this week in some way, shape, or form. Look for 2 good things that I can shout my clients out about this week, no matter what it is. So I would challenge you guys to do the same thing. Katie, did you have something?
So yeah, I always ask permission first. I don't know if that's something that you do or if that's something you recommend, but
I always ask permission first, but I don't necessarily need I ask permission, but I always ask, like, I won't tag you and I'll like block your face off, but do you mind if I post this? Because if I block their face off and don't put their name and don't tag them, nobody knows who they are, and they're the only person that knows who they are, and they're only going to know it if they see it on my page. So I kind of tell them as a courtesy. I ask them first if they mind. Do you mind if I tag you, and do you want me to cover your face or crop your head off or whatever? I posted a transformation a couple weeks ago. It's funny because she is like out there. She's a runner. She's really fit. She's done really well. She lost like 11 pounds or something in the 21 days, which she wasn't expecting to lose at all, but because she's already pretty fit. But she didn't want to be tagged or her face shown. You know what I mean? Like, and that's we don't even have friends in common. Like, but whatever. She said I could do it, and so that's what I did. You know, I didn't tag her, and I just chopped her head off. But I'm still giving her props. She knows that I'm giving her props. She can see it on my page, and I'm still showing people what I'm helping others achieve, which is I think that's a huge thing too. So, Abby. Oh wait, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, did you already talk about doing the like non-scale success stuff too?
No.
So one of the things that I like to do in my groups, and I've tried to do them more frequently, one, because I think it's a great reminder for people to remember, but then also it helps because not everybody has a massive transformation, right? And so to do like non-scale victories, so I actually have a check-in sometimes once a week if I remember, but it's written into my script to do like, hey, are you sleeping better? Are you having less cravings? Like, did you turn down the chocolate bar and grab apples instead? Are your pants, like, what is a non-number related victory that you have found? And I'll literally either screenshot those comments back in or just like happy face picture of myself of like, here's some of the cool things my challenges are doing. How great is it to remember that it's not just about the number or your pant size? And those can be really positive ones too, because I think people are looking also for encouragement and commitment, and not everybody needs to lose weight. Some people just want to get healthy. So that can be a really great one too that you can just check in.
Yeah, and I also think like on that, people are also looking for community. And so even aside from that, like numbers and even like non-scale victories aside, I posted a couple weeks ago a screenshot of a conversation that we were having in my fit group where someone said, oh, I didn't do my meal planning, and I haven't been doing my workouts, but I've been eating better and I've been drinking less beer. And tonight I'm going to have like, you know, and everyone was like commenting on it. And I was like, yeah, drinking pumpkin ale doesn't count as like, you know, lifting weights here. Okay. And she was like laughing, and the other challengers were commenting on it. And someone else was like, hey, I think it counts, you know? So I just screenshotted that and just said, this is how much fun we have in our group. You know, these are strangers who wouldn't have known each other from dirt on the ground, but they're laughing and joking about like, you know, still healthy stuff. No, she's not perfect. You know, I think that just shows community, and a lot of people, like Abby was saying, need that and want that and crave that, and they don't have it. So it's just, again, showing another aspect of what the challenge groups get. Abby, did you have something else?
And I will try to even sometimes throw in stuff like in my personal posts of like, I was really struggling to work out this morning, but I knew that I was going to check in on my page and all these amazing moms were going to be doing it too. And that gave me the motivation. So thanks, ladies. And I'll actually tag them sometimes in my posts, even though I'm not sharing anything of theirs, but just like almost like a thank you for encouraging me. And I am sincerely grateful. But more it's to, again, show people like I need accountability and I'm getting it through this great resource too. I'm not just the Energizer Bunny over here by myself. So you can kind of come up with creative ways of shouting out your people, but it really helps.
So is there anything that you guys do in your challenge groups that you've seen that's worked, or that ideas that you can come up with or share? Nobody?
Say every so often, guys, too, like you can have the most awesome script and the best posts, like, and sometimes you're just gonna have a challenge group that's a dud, and that's okay. And sometimes it's crickets in there, and it's like, holy, get anybody up. And other times it's so much fun. So every so often, like, don't feel bad. It's probably not you, because we literally all do it. And I can tell you, like, I think Monique and I were in different sessions at the summit, but I got to sit in under some of the top coaches talking about their challenge groups, and they were all like, sometimes it just is a dud. But one thing that I did once, and I need to start doing it more, is I like actually designated, like I called them a moderator in my Facebook group, and I just shouted out to girls that I knew really well who were in my challenge group. I didn't ask their permission beforehand, but I just said, hey, Heather and Christy are going to be kind of extra moderators in this group, and they're awesome. They're going to encourage you along the way. And they just stepped up and were posting, and because someone other than me was posting, other people started posting too. So sometimes you can like tap someone on the shoulder in order to get that interaction going, but sometimes it won't happen, and that's okay. So don't feel bad.
So a couple other ideas that came up in the mastermind group was bingo, which I've played before, and that was a big hit. I have 2 templates, and it's really easy to put one together, but I have one of them is like a love yourself kind of template, like, bingo board, and then the other one is just basic, like fit stuff bingo board. So I can post those in the group. Those are really cool. So if you say, you kind of put the parameters on how you want it to go. Some coaches do like every week, or whoever gets the first bingo wins a prize, or whoever gets blacks out their whole board first gets a prize, because they'll keep their groups ongoing. So someone, it might take them 30, 45 days to black out their whole board or whatever. Another thing was, and we're going to post this in a group too, and Abby and I are actually going to use this for the first time, but instead of the daily check-ins that we see a lot on some of the scripts, like, rate yourself 1 through 5, rate yourself 1 through 5, which to me, I think I hate personally. And I personally I feel like it sets people up to a failure mindset, because they're always like, well, I didn't do this today, or, well, I don't know. That's just me personally. Like, I hate that thing. And then it gets old, like maybe people are on it for like a week, but by week 2, like they're not posting it. It's just that thing dies out and fizzles. So there's this thing called FIT, and another coach shared it with me. And the first one, food. So it's not about rating. It's about like sharing their food, or what's your food plan for tomorrow. So they're thinking ahead. The whole FIT thing is about thinking ahead. I is for interaction. So every day they have to comment, not just like, but actually comment and interact in the challenge group with 2 people. So that's the I. So it asks, like, did you interact with 2 people at least today in your challenge group? And then T is tomorrow. So tomorrow, what are you going to wear, and when are you going to work out? It's like getting them to think ahead and post that the night before. So how was their food today, or something like that? What did they interact with at least 2 people today, and then what's their plan for tomorrow? So I think I loved that idea, and she said people love it. Like, she gets really good response from that in her groups, because it's different every day. You know what I mean? You're not constantly rating yourself. It's looking ahead. It's keeping them thinking forward, excited about the next day, what they did today, and then also interacting, and that keeps the group going. You're like setting the tone, saying you're going to interact with 2 people. This is a requirement of our group every single day, right? So you're setting the tone off the top of it to do that. Another thing kind of along the lines of what Abby had said, another suggestion was someone, and I've done this before, and that actually worked, I think, in our country heat group. I think if you do it kind of in the beginning, but the tag a challenger type of thing. So one person, like we did it with the quotes, it was like a positive quote day. So, do a positive quote, and then the next challenger tags a person in the group randomly, and then that person is responsible for posting a quote or funny memes. You can have like funny meme battles, like fitness memes, and like battle that, and like post as many funny fitness memes as you can all day long. So, that could be like another week. That's what the company wants, is people to be engaged and having fun, and knowing that it's a place that they can kind of, when everything else is crazy and the kids are over here like wrestling and about to like kill themselves right now on the end of my couch, that I can like literally go into my challenge group and say something funny or complain to them or whatever. And it's a safe environment where you kind of just check out for a second and be okay with being about you. Talk about yourself, celebrate your own victories, say how I can be better. Like, that's the place, that's the Beachbody experience. That's what we want to give people.
And I'll say, like, in my group, I'm really honest on the days that I struggle. I don't have a problem working out. I just like working out, so it's easy for me. But food, I think, like a lot of people's, is my biggest one. And I will be really vulnerable in the groups to be like, guys, I totally had like all my yellows for the week today. That doesn't happen very often, but I think for having people see you in your group as real, or having like your sweaty selfies if you're posting them in your group, having them clearly not be filtered and just showing them the real you is so important. And then making sure that like if they are posting, that you are commenting on those ones and helping them feel valued too.
No? Yes. Do you have something to say? I thought you were going to say something. No? Yeah. Okay, I think, was that helpful for you guys? Okay. I hope it gives you guys some good ideas. And if you think of other ideas or start trying things that work for you, like share them with the team, share them with us. If you try things that don't really work, share that too. That's always helpful. You know, we like to share the things that work and don't work. But so that's really what Abby and I are focusing on, starting with this group tomorrow and then really diving into that going forward in November. So I know, like I said, I know it's something I need to improve on. I really am trying to change the culture in my challenge groups, you know, and that's so that it's not fitting for me, but it's fitting for my clients because that's who needs it, right? It's easy for me to kind of say this is how I need them to be. It's harder for me to say, like, how can I be for these people who need me? So I think this is a good growing and learning experience for me myself as a coach, but I think it'll better serve them because it's truly what people need from me. So, you guys have any questions on anything else? Abby, do you have anything else to add? We have 4 minutes.
Did you already talk about like the quarter forcing probably? Okay, perfect. I just jumped on late. So you guys are great. And please, whatever you need help with, just let us know. You guys are rock stars. So we're just all learning together.
And how are you guys doing with Success Club this month? Okay. Well, we're still halfway. We still have half the month to go.
I hit it for sure.
That's good. I'm at 6 technically, and then I have 2 more people signing up tonight, so I should have 10. But that's not for me. That's all for Tom. I'm putting them all under him, so he should be diamond by the end of the month. That's exciting.
I am at 2. And
Still have half of the month to go. There's 2 more people.
Oh, okay. Someone pull the trigger. So yeah, hopefully I'll be at 6 by the end of the week. That's the goal. And then I think, and then I'll start building Ben, or I might give up Ben. I'm not really sure. See how nice I want to be.
Yeah, don't push it. I think you should keep it just right now for this month. It's hard with all your travel and everything else. A lot.
It's been hard. Just I feel like first trimester exhaustion combined with I've been gone 3 or 4 days a week every week for the last month.
Oh, I don't think Katie knew.
Wait, what?
Katie didn't know.
Oh yeah.
I didn't share it with my team.
Oh yeah, no, I'm 9 weeks pregnant, so I haven't announced it yet. Yeah, it's been a little crazy, and you guys are all moms here, so like when I come home, Caleb is apparently like a perfect angel when I'm gone, and then he's just like an emotional roller coaster. I think he like saves it all up for mom. So like, you guys are all it's like the 3 days that I am home a week, it's just like hard. So I'm like trying really hard to not go to bed at 9 o'clock, but I'm so tired every night. It's been a little crazy. So yes.
And the kids know you're pregnant before you do. 100%. Kids and pets. Kids will know you're pregnant before you do, and you'll see it by their behavior. I had multiple parents when I taught preschool say the kid will not stop, and I'm like, are you pregnant? And then be like, how do you know that? I just found out this morning. I haven't told anyone. And I'm like, they know, and they will.
We haven't told him yet, and he like every time I bring up like for the last like, hey, would you like to have a little brother sister? No, just mommy, daddy, and Caleb. So it's gonna be an interesting year for sure, but it'll be good.
Okay, well, if you guys don't have any questions, we have 1.5 minutes left. Everybody good?
I'm good.
All right. Let us know if you need anything. That's what we're here for. Let's have a good night.